Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Real Sports Updates here, back again with another video. You see the thumbnail. Told everybody, tried to tell everybody, the sloppy Kansas City Chiefs, they got their wake-up call on Sunday Night Football, live in front of the nation. This game was pretty much what I expected. The signs have been there for what? Since the season started. The Chiefs are sloppy. They're sloppy and they rely way too much on Patrick Mahomes and the off-schedule, off-script plays. And that's not how football games are won. That's not how Super Bowls are won. And the Chiefs are just learning this now. First off, the defense, putrid, absolutely putrid. For them to be giving up so many big plays, Josh Allen tested them. They must have seen something on tape that everybody else didn't see. They just kept going deep, and they kept completing these deep passes in the rain, in the cold, and all this stuff. Like, they seen something that other teams haven't seen yet, and they really exposed them. They exposed the backhand. Josh Allen was fantastic. He was running all over this defense. They had no idea what they were doing. The defense was out of sorts. Steve Spagnuolo was the defensive coordinator. What the hell did they practice all week? They looked like they literally just came to the stadium and just said, okay, we'll just adjust as we go. They had no plan. Like, they executed nothing at all. I think Chris Jones was out, the defensive lineman, but he hasn't done anything this year either. Everybody around him is, not good. Tyrann Mathieu, everybody else around him is not good as well too. Especially in the backhand. But they suck. They suck defensively. They suck, and nobody is afraid of them. Offensively, I can't say that they suck. They are just not disciplined at all offensively. They cannot, for the life of them, play boring football, which win games. They can't do it. They cannot do it. Patrick Mahomes can't do it. And Reid can't do it. For whatever reason, they cannot do it. Buffalo came out. They did not blitz at all. They blitzed one time. I believe in 64, 65 plays. Buffalo blitzed one time. They were getting pressure with their defensive linemen. Epinesa, Rousseau, those guys, they were just getting pressure, pushing the Kansas City offensive line around, which I told everybody in the beginning of the season was not going to be good. It's going to take time. If they are going to be good, it's going to take time for them to get there, to gel. They played the offensive line played no preseason games. All they had was, training camp reps. And they're going to come out and they're going to face good pass rushes, and they're going to struggle, and which they did. They struggled. And it's a struggle, just like I said, it's a struggle blocking for Patrick Mahomes because he plays so off script. His off script stuff gets him in trouble because the offensive line does not know where the quarterback is. Therefore, you don't know which way to block. You get holding calls, and we seen some of those last night as well too. He's a hard quarterback to block for as a offensive lineman because he's so off script. He's going here, he's going there, he's doing this. And yeah, it's all good and fine for highlights and for to put on social media and all that stuff. But as an offensive lineman, that's tough. It's a difficult job. You don't know what this guy's gonna do. It's all ad-lib stuff. And that's hard. That's very, very hard. And to base your offense off of that is it's even harder. We seen some of the mistakes that Kansas City has made offensively, and it is they have 11 turnovers. They're tied with the Jaguars for the most turnovers in the league so far. 11 turnovers through 5 weeks. That's not good. Patrick Mahomes, he surpassed his interception total last year. He had 5. Now he has 6 this season through 5 games. This team is not good. This is not a good team at all. Yes, are they explosive offensively? Yes. And what this year has shown is that if you shut down the explosion, which the Tampa Bay Buccaneers gave the blueprint to do in the Super Bowl last year, just like I said again, if you shut down the explosion, they cannot play boring football. And boring football consists of you doing the small things right every single time. 12 play drives, 14 play drives, doing the small things right every time. Blocking, your blocking assignments are on. Your receivers are running the right routes. And your quarterback making the right plays, making the right reads, and throwing the ball away when the play is not there. That's not what Patrick Mahomes does. That's not their strength. So basically, you know, everybody is counting on the Kansas City Chiefs offense to make a mistake. And that's exactly what they've been doing. And so far, everybody has been right, with 11 turnovers. They have to get back to playing basic football. This is a highlight offense. And like I said, it's fun for social media, but teams are preparing for this now. And Patrick Mahomes, all of a sudden, looks like a mortal, And this has always been the problem with Kansas City. It's too much trickeration. It's too much BS. Come out, run the ball. Run the ball. Patrick Mahomes had 54 pass attempts last night. 54 pass attempts. He was 33 for 54 for 270 yards. 270 yards on 54 pass attempts is nothing. Baker Mayfield had more than that. I think Baker Mayfield threw for 305, and he had less than half of those attempts. I believe he threw it like 25 or 27 times or something like that. The offense is not. This is not going to be a good thing going forward, because the Chiefs are not committed to the run game. The Bills, if you can go back and watch the game, anybody can go back and watch the game, pull it up, watch the game. The Bills, because they didn't blitz, they gave the Chiefs a light box pretty much all night, 6 to 7 guys. Patrick Mahomes did not check into runs. He didn't check into runs at all. I don't know if Andy Reid expects him to do that at this point in his career, but he should. Anybody, you come out and you see a light box, you see 6 guys in a box. You have to run the ball. You got to run the ball. You have to run the ball. You have to check into runs. Because even if you don't break a big one, you're going to get a guaranteed 4 yards. You're going to get a guaranteed 5 yards. That's going to continually put you ahead of schedule, so you're not running around like a chicken with your head cut off, on 3rd and 10, trying to make an explosive play to Tyreek Hill down the field. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Football has never worked that way. This is the thing that irked me so much during the Super Bowl last year, when everybody was saying, "Oh, is Patrick Mahomes, is he on pace to pass up Tom Brady?" No, he's not, and he's never going to catch Tom Brady, because Tom Brady is perfectly fine playing boring football. He's completely fine playing boring football, and he's completely fine running the ball. If he comes out and he sees a light box with 5 or 6 guys in the box, guess what Tom Brady's going to do? He's going to check into a run, and he's going to hand that ball off to his running back, and he's going to watch his running back gain 8 to 10 yards. That's what Tom Brady's going to do. Patrick Mahomes doesn't do that. He does not do that. It doesn't matter if the box is light or not. He's going to come out, and whatever play is called, he's going to go, he's going to look at his first read, and he's going to run around, and he's going to try to throw the ball downfield to Tyreek Hill, which wasn't there because everybody's playing a 2-deep shell on the Chiefs now. They're not letting Tyreek Hill get behind them. They're keeping everything in front. And the linebackers are gaining depth to keep Travis Kelce from picking up those big yardage plays down the middle of the field. And Patrick Mahomes has a scramble. It's a scramble drill, and if they get free, he'll hit them. But if not, he'll run around and try to make, and it doesn't work. This does not work. There's no discipline in this offense, and I think that's the biggest key. You can have whoever you want to on the outside. If your offense is not disciplined, if your play caller is not disciplined, if your quarterback is not disciplined, this is what it's going to look like. That's what it looks like last night when there's no discipline there. You come in, you play a team that's just as good as you are, or probably better, and you try to come out and you try to do all this trickeration. Sean McDermott is a really good coach, with the defensive roots. He comes out, and he tells us, guys, just stay disciplined, keep everything in front of you, and this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It's not good. It's not good. As far as going forward, Kansas City, they have to run the ball. I think they ran the ball for, Patrick Mahomes was the leading rusher in the game yesterday. Just because his runaround stuff it was there, as teams prepare for them, as if Kelsey's covered, if Hill is covered, teams are willing to give up those 10 to 12 yard runs for Patrick Mahomes. I think he rushed for 60 yards last night. He was the leading rusher. That didn't kill the Bills. They were willing to give that up, and that was obviously the right decision. Aside from Patrick Mahomes, I think they ran the ball for like 39 yards between two running backs. That's not good enough. And I think they only had after Patrick Mahomes' 8 rushes, I think they 13 attempts for like 30 yards or something like that. So you're getting about 3 yards a carry on 13 attempts. Not good enough. Just not good enough. And like I said, this is what it looks like. Last night is what it looks like when your defense is struggling, and your offense is coming out thinking that they have to do all this stuff because they know that they have a weak defense, and it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. We've seen teams like this before who are explosive, and for whatever reason they can't get over the hump. And for this Kansas City team, yes, they have a Super Bowl, but they are not a dynasty. And this thing is going downhill pretty fast. I don't think anybody expected them to be under 500 at this point of the season, because it is just week 5. But this is when teams are starting to set themselves apart from everybody else, and the Chiefs are clearly in the back. So not only are they not even with the pack, they're behind. So they have a lot of ground to cover if they hope to, try to get back to a Super Bowl. It's just not going to be there. The Chiefs are not the team that everybody thinks that they are. We'll see what happens going forward. They do have a couple of, I don't want to say easy games, but they have games against teams who are not as good as the Bills, or not as good as a Chargers team. So they're gonna have a chance to get right, going forward. And I think they will respond and put up a couple wins. But going forward, the formula going forward for them is to kind of change how they play and change their philosophy on the fly, because what they're doing now is not working. They're not physical enough. They're soft. They get pushed around both sides of the ball. Offensive line is getting pushed around. Defensive line is getting pushed around. That whole organization and the whole, their whole style of play is just soft, and they don't strike fear in anybody. You're going to come out. You're not going to get hit hard. When you play the Chiefs, you're going to be playing a finesse game, and that's what they play. They play finesse football, and these teams in the AFC are for real. The Chargers are for real. The Bills are for real. You see, other teams are Pittsburgh is they might not be done yet. Baltimore's for real. The Bengals they're not there yet, but they're a good football team, physical, with a good quarterback as well. There's a lot of teams in the AFC who are not, the pushovers. And Kansas City's going to struggle going forward if they don't make these changes. If they don't, come out and play a more physical brand of football, they're going to struggle going forward. So we will see what happens. I'm interested to see how they respond. Do they come out and have that heart of a champion, or do they fold it up? We will see. It was a bad outing for them last night, but like I said, the season is long. You got 17 games, so that was game number 5. They got 12 more games, so if they get right, I think they'll be fine. This they definitely have to look themselves in the mirror, and they find themselves at a crossroads this early in the season. And I know that they weren't expecting that, but this is the NFL. Everybody's talented, and teams got better. They kind of stayed the same, and everybody else got better. So everybody's playing at a higher level, And I think this is why a lot of people were shocked, but I'm not. So, you know, they've got to get better, or just pack it up and get ready for the draft, and you know, just try to improve next year. But you know, I think they will respond, but you know, only time will tell. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's all I got for that. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you guys for watching.